Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Bryan. The Pittsburgh Steelers' first preseason game of 2021 will take place Thursday night in Canton, Ohio, and while fullback Derek Watt might not play much, if any, against the Dallas Cowboys in that Hall of Fame game contest, it's beginning to sound more and more like we'll see him play a lot more during the upcoming regular season than we did a year ago. Watt, who has reportedly seen a nice level of offensive activity so far during training camp this summer, met with the media a few days ago to talk some about what his role might ultimately be in 2021. While the Steelers fullback was careful to say that his 2021 usage on offense will be dependent on game opponents and game situations on a week-to-week basis, he did make it sound like he expects to greatly exceed the number of touches he had during the 2020 season. By the way, that number of touches was 0, and Watt had 2 in the AFC Super Wildcard game lost to the Cleveland Browns, and both were fullback dives early in that contest, with just one of them being successful. Am I looking forward to more fullback dive touches from Watt in 2021? Absolutely not. That said, if called and executed properly, few and far between, Watt touching the football on the ground can be done effectively. 3 times all season sounds about right for 2021, and maybe even as many as 5 times for Watt. The real benefit when it comes to Watt possibly touching the football more in 2021 comes with him being targeted in the passing game out of the backfield. Watt, during his 4 seasons with the Los Angeles Chargers, totaled 10 receptions for 152 yards. By the way, 3 of those 10 receptions resulted in explosive play gains of 20 yards or longer. 8 of the 10 receptions resulted in successful plays based on down and distance needed. When Watt was a freshman at Wisconsin in 2012, the offensive coordinator that year was none other than Matt Canada. Eddie Faulkner, who is now the Steelers running backs coach, was the tight end coach for Wisconsin in 2012 as well. A few days ago, Watt talked about that link of his to Canada and Faulkner when they all were at Wisconsin. In case you're curious, Watt caught 12 passes for 150 yards as a freshman at Wisconsin. So, what does all of this mean for Watt in 2021? First, you can probably count on him logging around double the 52 total offensive snaps that he played in 2020 for the Steelers. Remember, Watt was hampered by a hamstring injury most of the 2020 season, and that injury essentially cost him 4 games in total. Second, you can probably count on Watt averaging around 1 touch per game in 2021 if he stays healthy. That could and should result in about 10 to 13 receptions during the regular season, and that's 10 to 13 more than Watt had in the 2020 regular season. I'm looking forward to watching that sort of wattage take place in 2021. How about you? Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.